So right now I got some new parts. I got a E85 fuel line from Precision Raceworks. Goes from the gas tank all the way up to the front of the motor by the high pressure fuel pump line. Connects to that. And I also got a CSF radiator. My original stock radiator blew up on me not too long ago. Sitting in the car, those attempts going up, and then shit blew the fuck up. Excuse my language, not for the kids, but the shit blew the fuck up. I thought the motor blew at the time. I see mad smoke, but the radiator blew up. So then I was like, might as well upgrade. So I upgraded on that. It's running good, like it. 2 days after the radiator was changed, then I blew my drivetrain. So that's the next mod, M3 complete subframe. So I was asked out, the car blew up. The car broke down like 3 blocks away from the crib. Shout out to my boy Fritz. He helped me push it back to the crib, and then I looked at the car to check it out. Put the car in first gear. I heard a whole bunch of clunking. So then I looked under the car. I seen the drive shaft. The U-joint was off. Not the U-joint. Well, the U-joint was popped. Later on, I found out the U-joint was popped when I disassembled the car. But from looking at it the first time, the CV joint had a whole bunch of grease around it. It looked like it spun. It was shot. The bearings got shot. And then the diff. The CV joint and the drive shaft was spinning, and the diff was just sitting there. So the diff looked like it locked. I guess the gears inside the diff smashed up and couldn't turn no more, and the diff locked. So drive shaft blown the fuck up. So now I need a drive shaft, a differential. So my 2 options is M3 everything, or I get an aftermarket differential with LSD in it, 335, and aftermarket diff is like $1,500 to $2,000, and then plus you might as well get upgraded axles, because I already blew stock axle before. So too much power. The stock axles can't take too much power, especially if they're high mileage. So the aftermarket performance axles is about $800 to $1,000. So you're spending roughly around $3,000 on upgrading the axle and the differential, not even counting buying another drive shaft. So I'm looking at the 335 diff, right? And I'm looking at the M3 diff, and the 335 diff has like a little nut, and like the CV joint is pretty small. I don't really like the design. And then you look over at the M3 CV joint and the flange on the drive shaft, and it's way bigger. It looks like it could take way more than the 335. Like, it makes more sense to upgrade to that. It got 6 bolts on the flange, and it's just way better design. I'm like, this will hold way more power, and it will put down more power. It will take way more abuse. So this is the way to go. So that helped me make my decision with M3. I was originally just gonna do the diff and the axles like Budget Beamer. Shout outs to him, because his video helped me get through it. But instead of just doing that, I was looking at other parts. The control arms, the lightweight with better bushings. M3 control arms is better. The sway bar is thicker and it's better. What else is better? The axles is bigger and the drive shaft is bigger. The diff obviously is bigger, and the subframe itself, the design is slightly different. It looks like a way better and stiffer design than the actual 335 subframe, and it looks a little bit heavier. It looks thicker too. So I'm like, the whole subframe got to go up in the car. That's a whole drivetrain upgrade. So that made more sense than me just going with just a diff and axles. I got a whole rear end upgrade. And the shout outs to M Parts Worldwide. He gave me my shit for $1,300. I got my whole M3 complete rear end, and it had not one speck of rust on it. It was not from New York, or maybe the car was garage kept, but the subframe is so clean I could eat food off of it. I don't know if you've seen my videos, me talking about it, but I might talk about how clean the subframe is. And this is not a DIY, it's a walkthrough Instagram, social media walkthrough like I did before with the engine swap. So sorry about that, but I didn't have time to explain everything. I had to figure it out. The subframe, luckily, it came with a few goodies. It came with extended wheel studs, which look nice and pretty when I dress it up with some rims. And it came with upgraded subframe mounts. Solid M3 one. So I kept that in there, upgraded the differential bushings to polyurethane. Might as well, while I'm down there, because I read on a lot of forums, people who do this conversion, after a few beatings, the mounts go bad. So you might as well change mounts out the car. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So here's the video. Hope you like the content. And it's been out of commission since that day. It was 100 degrees. Look at the radiator. It's all up in it. Rubbish. That's the M parts. Got this whole E92 rear subframe, upgraded subframe mounts in there already. Oh, this shit look clean. You can eat some food off of it. Got the drive shaft right there. Everything in the rear end about to get beefed up. Pause. I believe I found the problem. Look at this. The drive shaft is separated, and back here the diff is fucked. I don't know if these New York streets fucked it up or I launched this shit too crazy, but the garbage 335 diff. See how small that hub is? Look like that shit was in the bottom of the ocean. And I got the M3 manual, way bigger. And then I got a DCT right here. It's lit. Look at that. The neighbors hate me, but I gotta see if I fix the car. Oh, straight pipe. First gear. Oh shit! Is she moving? LSD! Rev limiter for the neighbors. Sorry, bro. Remember the For Wayne video? I gotta let this neighborhood know that this shit is back.